Hello, Scorpio. We are back. Highly requested. This is going to be an energy check-in for Scorpio's Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. If your sign happens to be in this mystical, beautiful sign, then this message is for you. Keep in mind that this is going to be a general reading for the sign Scorpio. So we're reading for a big group of Scorpions. Not everything I'm going to say is going to resonate with your specific situation, but I'm encouraging all of you to just pick and choose what is speaking to you and what's hitting close to home. If you found this reading, it's timeless and you were meant to be here for a reason. And let's see what's going on. And also another thing, this reading is not going to be about if he's thinking about you. This reading is not going to be about if he's coming back, because I don't think that's progressive. If it pops up, however, if love shows up, we're going to talk about it, absolutely. But this reading is about you, because sometimes we ask to speak to the divine, but we completely forget to ask about ourselves. And that's what I'm here to do for you guys. So that being said, let's begin. We're going to start off with some oracle messages. Normally I would start off with some tarot. I have tarot right here, but I'm going to start off with oracle. And let's get started. What are the messages coming in for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising? What do Scorpios need to know for their highest good and protection during this time? And Happy New Year, Scorpio. Hope you guys are having a beautiful start to your new year. We have the fifth chakra. This is the throat chakra, speaking and communication. Shows up for Scorpio in this reading. We have financial constraints. That's also showing up for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. Okay. The next message we also have is Goddess of the Moon. We're going to pull up one more oracle message because I'm feeling called to pull up one more card. And then we have Scorpio. The Journey card reverse. All right, awesome. So what I'm seeing for Scorpio so far in the month of January, heading into February, or just the overall energy. Remember, this reading is timeless. If you find it a year from now, you were meant to find this reading. Well, let's talk about the fifth chakra, which is the throat chakra, communication. Now, have a lot of you been feeling like you have a lot to say, but you're just not saying anything, or that something happened and you said something that was the truth, but maybe now things are a little bit shaky, or you have something in your heart that you want to share with a specific somebody, and it's requiring you to be vulnerable, to be honest, and to be transparent. Scorpio, I understand you. I see you. I understand you. I know that sometimes when it's too emotional and it's too deep, maybe you just don't want to talk about it because you don't want to face it. You don't want to deal with it. You also don't want to start anything. I do feel like a lot of you want to start this year off positively, or that was literally your mindset. But there have been some things that's been happening for Scorpio, good or not so good, where it is requiring you to speak. And I do feel like a lot of you don't really want to talk. A lot of you actually want to be still and you want to be silent, but your silence is creating a narrative, or it's looking like you're not standing up for yourself, or you're not speaking your mind, or you're not serious about something when you actually are. You're just being very observant about it. But if you've been waiting for an opportunity to say what you need to say, this is the time. If you've been waiting for an opportunity to confront something that's been bothering you, this is the time to do it. Because right now, you can easily get misunderstood as Scorpio doesn't care, or Scorpio doesn't take this seriously, or Scorpio doesn't love me, or Scorpio doesn't want this, when in actuality, it is what you want. And I'm not saying that you guys have a hard time speaking up. That's not it. I feel that with Scorpio, it's either two things. It's either you have said this in a nice way so many times, and now when you say this again, it's not going to be sugar and spice and everything nice. It's going to be some daggers in there. Because I do feel like for a lot of you, you have given people or whatever this is the opportunity to make it right. So now it's like, you're leaving me no choice and you're forcing my hand. And on the other side of the spectrum for Scorpio, this could also just be something very lighthearted. This could be, how do I tell this person that I'm in love with them? How do I tell this person that I need them in my life? How do I tell them that I'm scared of losing them and I really hope that they love me the way that I love them. How do I tell them that I want to move away and that may not be what they want to hear, but it's what I need for me? Whatever that it is, it feels like there's a ball in your throat right now. Like you want to say this, but for whatever reason, something is stopping you. Maybe you just don't want to ruin the party. It could be that you have something to share, like I'm pregnant, but how do I say that? I just got a new opportunity, but everyone around me just lost their jobs. How do I talk about the good things or the bad things? So I feel like a lot of you guys are going quiet and you're going inward and you're not really speaking. And Scorpio, I highly encourage you guys to speak because what you need to say will set you free. Whether you need to create boundaries and lay down the law or speak from your heart and whatever happens, happens. But it's not doing you any good to stay silent and to keep this to yourself, especially if it's been bothering you and if it's been rubbing you the wrong way. Now, some of these conversations, I have to warn you, Scorpio, it's not going to be easy. For some of you, like I have to be honest, for some of you, it feels like it's long overdue. This person or this situation has taken advantage or tried to get the best of you or whatever the case may be. And now it's time for you to just say, you know what? I'm not feeling this. Or you know what? I love you and this is where I'm at, or this is how I feel, or I don't really trust this person. I had this dream. I feel this way. I want to let you know. And believe it or not, Scorpio, I do feel like with the goddess of the moon showing up, whatever that you have to say, it's going to be received. It's going to be received. If it's from a good standpoint, it's going to be received, and you're finally going to get the truth. But just be prepared for whatever that comes your way. And I feel like normally you guys don't avoid it. But I really do feel like you guys have been just doing your best to keep the peace, but it's not working because maybe this person is still overstepping their boundaries. Maybe something is continuing to happen and it's upsetting you. Like you need to talk or address a wrongdoing or talk and address your feelings on how someone is making you feel good or not so good. Now, I also have the journey card that's showing up reverse as well. So a heads up for Scorpio. I don't feel that traveling is a good time for you guys in the month of January. It could be because it gets rescheduled or you have to push it back. It could be connected to finances are not where it needs to be. But that's perfectly fine, Scorpio. The opportunity will come back again. I actually feel that you'll be able to do what you had set to do. There just may be some delays or things popping up that's going to require you to save more, to do more, to strategize and plan out more. So that is something that I'm seeing here as well. Also, Scorpio, you probably got maintenance on your car this month. Pay attention to your transportation. Look up other ways of getting to where you have to go. You could be in a situation where, oh my God, I have to get there, but something happened with my car, or the bus didn't come on time, or my plane got rescheduled. Just plan for the inevitable if you have anything going on regarding you having to be at a certain place at a certain time. So traveling is a thing. You may have to reschedule or push back a moving date, and you may get the opportunity to move again, probably February, March. But this is something that I'm seeing here. This is also another indication of if it's not about a delay surrounding traveling, this is about you thinking about traveling by yourself, thinking about going somewhere on your own, a retreat or something where it's just you and you're kind of focusing on, well, why am I holding back? Why am I not saying what I need to say? This could also be wanting to travel and do something in secret, wanting to maybe fly with someone, or someone comes to you, or you're planning something where someone is seeing you quietly. So I know how my Scorpios are. You guys are very, very secretive, and I respect that because I'm very private as well. I'm a Capricorn. But I do feel like there's just something happening where it's like no one has to know what we're doing. Now, I don't know what context that is. What everybody's situation is different. But if it's spicy and passionate, then that's great. But if it's also something where you're doing something for you and you're keeping it a secret and you don't want anyone to know that you're going, then you are going to be protected. Just plan for rescheduling and things of that sort in case that does happen. But so far, so good. Now, I want to pull some tarot messages as well for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. So let's get in a little bit deeper. Ooh, these cards fell up. Let's get in a little bit deeper for Scorpio, right? So yes, I feel like you guys are traveling. Yeah, I feel like that is happening. Happiness, abundance is here. Scorpio, if you want to buy a new house or buy property, this is a great year for you to do that. I feel very, very positive about you guys making those decisions. Even looking into businesses or endeavors where you are traveling or something to do with going to a new place, switching careers, that is something that's going to be appearing for you in 2023. I also feel for Scorpio, I keep feeling a lot of you guys are going to be changing your career path, or you're going to be expanding in what you're already doing. And you're seeing the bigger picture. You're seeing the abundance of it all. So I love that. So there's a celebration to happen here. Some of you guys may also be graduating this year as well. So that feels really, really good. It just feels like everything is completing and wrapping up. So that's good for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. So show me the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands can talk about a happy home and celebration and joy and everything coming together in such a beautiful way, right? The Ten of Cups. You're also going to be hearing good news surrounding family. So Scorpio, if you've been hearing some negative news or not so great news regarding family or health or whatever, you are going to be hearing some good news surrounding that, or your attention needs to be on your family during this time. So for the month of January, speak your truth, say what's on your heart, no matter what that means. Create and set the boundaries now. This is a warning message that I'm about to say. I normally don't like to say cryptic shit in my readings, but you know I keep it real. So whenever I get serious, listen. If you don't lay down the foundation and create these necessary boundaries now and say what you need to say in the month of January to February, you're not going to see the results after that. Like, you're not going to get a peaceful resolution. If you wait any longer, it's actually going to get a little bit chaotic. It's going to get a little bit argumentative. So if you hold off from speaking your truth or saying what you need to say, like let's say you try to do this in the middle of the springtime, you may not get the same reaction if you do it from now to like maybe the beginning of March, or even in like the beginning of Aries season, which is March 21st. But if you wait April and onwards, it's gonna be like, well, why didn't you say anything? Well, why didn't you tell me? Because now I did this or now I did that. And it's like, I just didn't want to tell you at the time. I wasn't ready to tell you. So try not to hold off information or hold off important sit downs out of fear that it's not going to go well or you're not going to be received. Because the warning message is, if you stall, if you wait, it's going to be more, it's not going to really, you're not going to get the response you want to get. Even if you speak your truth and the person doesn't give you the answer you want, at least it ends in a peaceful resolution. At least it ends right then and there in the beginning of the year, and it doesn't start to trail into your 2023. So just pick and choose when you want to say what you have to say. You don't have to do it right now because we are still in a Mercury retrograde, but those things, those themes of talking about it and not running from it, it is showing up. Okay? So I highly recommend that. Speak your mind, speak your truth. Do it with tact. Don't wait until it's too late, because now this person may feel like they have the upper hand to feel a way that you waited this long to say what you needed to say. So, you know, just to kind of get out the way so you don't have to carry this, say it. Speak it. Tell your truth, no matter how it looks, no matter how it may seem. We have the Empress reverse as well. Now, this is coming back to Scorpio about self-care and taking care of yourself and doing things that's going to spark creativity. So Scorpio, I highly suggest that you guys get into a routine of every month you get your hair done, or every 2 weeks you do this with your nails, or you get your massages. You guys need to implement some level of self-care in your day-to-day. Because I do feel like a lot of you guys work really, really hard. You guys are very hardworking. You guys are very ambitious, very dedicated to what you love and what you do. But you may experience, like I like to say, an imbalance with you're working too much and you're not taking care of yourself, or you're involved with too many people, you know, too many friends, too many whatever, but you haven't had some alone time. You haven't had stillness. So to balance that out, because I'm not telling you to stop your grind, because I feel that there's a lot of success coming in. I feel like there's a career change coming up for a lot of Scorpios. So I get it. I get that you guys are working towards a goal. You guys are working towards expanding and making things bigger and better. But I really suggest that you guys Also find that balance in, okay, this is my time to get my massage. This is my time to get my facial. This is my time to do my nails. This is my time to do my hair. This is my time to be with my man or be with my woman. We're going to the movies and this is my time. You need to create time for yourself, Scorpio, because it is going to be a busy year for you and you want to make sure you're balancing it out. So even if it's busy, at least you are recharged and you're ready to do what you got to do, because if not, you're going to overdo it. You're going to overexhaust yourself. You're going to overwork. You're not going to have the clarity to speak your mind about certain things when you should. And then things are going to blow up and then you're going to get pissed because you don't play games and you don't like people coming at you. And it's just going to be all of this thing. If you balance everything out, you give yourself time and space and clarity to make sure that this is not going to continue to happen. Some of you have already laid down the law with family or friends or whatever, whatever that came in your way. So if you already handled it, then it's not going to be a continuing thing in 2023. But if you haven't, now is the time, or you're going to feel like this person could be taking advantage of you. So that I do see for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. Any other messages that's coming up for Scorpio? Health is okay. I think taking care of yourself. Also, guys, you guys need a doctor checkup. A lot of you guys need a doctor's checkup. A lot of you guys are like avoiding, I keep hearing avoiding gynecology or avoiding your sexual reproductive system. Please get that checked out. Men, check your prostate. Women, check your womb. Handle that. I feel like some of you was like, I hope I'm not pregnant, or I hope this is not what it is. A lot of you guys need to check on your health, your sexual reproductive organs. Please check that out. It's nothing, I don't feel anything bad. It's just something I feel like you guys should do. Now, another thing that I'm hearing for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. Now, this is a love message. I got the Hangman and the Empress. So let's talk about how Scorpio may not be feeling appreciated in their connection or their relationship. This is where the throat chakra is so present in your reading, because speak about this, talk about this, have a sit down. This doesn't mean that it's an argument or it's a disagreement. It could just be you being transparent and honest, because Scorpio, when do you really find the time and space to do that? When do you allow yourself to be like, hey, this is how I'm feeling? Because a lot of you guys are actually very emotional and very, 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 very empathic. But I do feel like you guys do a very good job in guarding that. And you guys have been having a hard time being vulnerable in front of the people that you love, because you just want to be strong and you don't want to fall apart. But when it comes to your relationships, especially with your partner, I do feel that you guys really should be transparent about, this is how this is making me feel, or I really see myself with you, or I see where this is going, or you left, or you did this, or I want to talk about this. Now, again, Scorpio, the challenge is to have this conversation where it doesn't become an argument, because sometimes with Scorpio, you guys got to sting. You guys got to let it be known that this hurt me. But the challenge is, I'm not going to attack. I'm going to let you know what it is, and I'm going to release this and let this go. And I want you to know where I'm at with this. And after I express where I'm at with this, then I can protect myself. Then I can shield myself. Then I can guard myself. But I don't want to be on attack because I'm hurt and because I'm not articulating why it's hurting me. And it's not going to be a challenge for all of you, but it may be a challenge for some. Yeah, because the Empress represents self-care and she represents beauty, but this is talking about not receiving the love that you would like to get. So that may bring out the worst in you, simply because I feel like I'm being mistreated, or I feel like I'm not getting what I deserve. But there is a way of being transparent. But after you express yourself and you say what you need to say, Scorpio, let this be the last time. And then move accordingly. I just don't want you guys to blow up and get upset. And then now this person is more focused on you being upset and blowing up than the message that you're saying, because you're not wrong in how you're feeling. So just make sure that you're communicating that. For a lot of you, the conversation is going to go well, because this is surrendering to you being soft and you being vulnerable. And a lot of you are going to get a positive response. And then a lot of you are going to be like, I said what I needed to say. I feel free. But maybe it's bittersweet, or I'm disappointed, and I'm just going to end it right here and move forward. So that's what's showing up so far in your love life. So I do see a lot of deep conversations happening for a lot of you. And for a lot of you, it's going to go well. This person's going to receive it. This person's going to be like, I feel this way too, or this is how I felt, or this is how it made me feel. And you guys have to be receptive of how your actions made them feel. If, let's say, maybe the both of you dropped the ball. Everyone's situation is different. I'm not here to say that you did or they did, but, you know, I got to be fair with everyone's situation is different. So you'll know what I'm talking about and how it applies to your situation. Now, for my Scorpios that are single, if you are single, I feel like you guys still want some alone time and you guys still want to just kind of figure things out. You guys are still healing from certain things, and that's beautiful. And a lot of you guys are reaching some level of spirituality. If you do want to date, I feel like that's coming up, but for right now, it's definitely about taking care of yourself. The angel of love, the crown chakra. And then we also have the magician in the mirror. A lot of you guys are working on yourselves, and that's going to attract the type of relationships and connections that you do want. I see a lot of you guys getting back into your fitness, getting back into the things that is going to help you be better. So I love, love, love that for my single Scorpios. Awesome. I love that for you. So it feels very quiet. Anyways, I hope this reading resonated. Thank you guys so much for telling me to come back and do this, because I actually do enjoy doing this. It was just so difficult to do it when the holidays was around. But I hope that all is well. Please leave a comment down below if this reading resonated. Give this video a thumbs up if it also resonated. All of my information to book and to get a hold of me is in the description box down below. I will never leave a comment or message you directly for anything. Be mindful of scammers. And I love you guys to the moon and back. Majority of my following is actually Scorpio, so I think that's pretty cool. But thank you guys so much. Send this to another Scorpio that needs to hear it. And I'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye.